Hello and welcome to the next installment of the Road to Heavensward, where we are covering the required side quest, the Crystal Tower Raid series. Now, in this episode, we are covering the quest, the Labyrinth of the Ancients, as well as the first part of the Crystal Dungeon Raid series, that's named the same, the Labyrinth of the Ancients. And now, unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties where we lost part of the first quest, the Labyrinth of the Ancients. So, the essential things we want to know is you want to go back to St. Coinage Find and speak to Grahatia. And I'll show you where he is. So, as you can see, he's in your usual spot right here. You want to talk to him, and they will take note that they are ready to take part in the first part of the raid, which is defeating the outer defenses. And where you will next go is following this path here to the southeastmost corner of the map. And you might need to take care of these giant gigas, because they might aggro on you. But then go into the Crystal Tower Gate, and you'll come into a cutscene where you will see eight sets of statues. 2 red, 2 blue, 2 green, and 2 yellow. And you'll be using the 4 fangs in each session to defeat the 4 barriers. Red for fire, blue for water, green for wind, and yellow for lightning. And that will bring you to the entrance to the tower itself, which this will lead us to the Tower of the Ancients. And you cannot use duty support for this. It will not show up here. Instead, it is a 24-man raid dungeon. You'll find it in this icon, and see, there it is. The Labyrinth of the Ancients. And you will get 100 Tombstones of Poetics as a reward. So, enough recapping. Let us pause here, and we'll continue with the Labyrinth of the Ancients. Okay, Labyrinth of the Ancients, the first part of a 3-part series. Let's see if we can get in. Now it will be one of 3 8-man teams, so we will see in the upper right what alliance we are part of, whether it's A, B, or C. And depending on what alliance you're in is going to dictate whether you go to the far right on a boss, go to the center, or to the far left. A typically will go to the left, B will typically be the center, and C will typically go to the right. The markers may be marked by members of the alliance. And some of these boss fights will have specific mechanics. This might be covered in post-production, but again, recommend far view and follow your party. So we are in Alliance A. I'm guessing people are sprinting here. Okay, now for this fight, you want to stay on the raised platforms as much as possible because a blue liquid will come out and damage you. Okay, here is the arena with the blue liquid that will come in. Now the dragon is going to have to be killed 3 times. You'll periodically notice that ads will come in. You want to make sure your group kills the ads, otherwise that might spell trouble. Okay, second one down. Yep, see here's that all right. We are part of A, so we will... Yeah, interact with the shortcut and then follow the group. And this time we are going up the right side. Pass and pass. Since we are Alliance A, we want to go to the far left. Actually, most of our alliance is, yeah, we want to follow to the A here. See, that's us. So we are need to be here. And now at least 4 people are going to have to be standing on this yellow glowing circle here so that others see. See? Now others can damage. Now one of the others can damage their fiends, but notice how the and so we need to stay there. So now we need to keep 4 people on a tab, otherwise. Okay, now we can proceed and help. Okay, and now we can proceed. But yeah, that's a mechanic, because if you don't keep 4 people on your pad, one of the other teams can't damage their boss, and that can cause a wipe. Okay, now here we should be invisible. Yeah, right now we are invisible, which means we can damage the boss. So while you are invisible like this, go out on the boss here. Once you're visible, stop attacking the boss and start attacking the ads. Okay, interface with the teleporter. And now we go up the center. And this is the fight that may be tricky for people. Let's see. Greed. Pets. Okay, step 1 is you need to take care of all the ads. And also, you want to make sure that any bombs do not make it to the center guy. All right, and off and onward we go. Sprint to catch up with everybody else. Okay, so the healer's going to have to support us in this one because it's electrified. Okay, now get when he stands up like this, get behind a boulder. Otherwise, we would be killed right there. And the big guy falls. So that's the 3 pats, and looks like we're up for the final one. Okay. Okay, this guy is going to be difficult. He has an ultimate to where everybody needs to flee the battlefield for 3 pads. If not enough people make it there, they are not going to survive. Now, unfortunately, they didn't wait for us, but these paths are the ones we need to make sure we are on. Ow. Okay, now he's doing his ultimate. Make sure you run to your pad here. Everybody needs to be on their pad, otherwise they'll be killed. Yeah, that would have been bad. So yeah, a good way to know is if when he goes to the center like that. Yeah, see, there he goes. The tanks are drawing him up the center, so now we know when he goes to the center, get back to your pad. Yeah, just like that. Kill the ad. And that is the Labyrinth of the Ancients. So now, this tower will become very important in later expansions, but it won't look like this. Oh there, Lightbringer. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned of this historic expedition. The scale of the structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldusian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, this will have been Phlegaton, not Archeron. Phlegathon. He was a hero of the Elegant Revolution. And you glean that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am an historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Elegant Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from my musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Elegant's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Well, well, there it is. The foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through this maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinage Fine for the present, then plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way yet to go. Okay, we're back at St. Coinage Fine, and let's just turn in the quest, the Labyrinth of the Ancients to Grahatia. So good of you to join us, Lightbringer. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experience in the Labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. And that's going to do it for today's episode. We covered the first part of Labyrinth of the Ancients, the first of the three-part raid series for the Crystal Tower. Come next week, we will continue upon the quest line in order to unlock the second section of the raid. So there is more to the story. There's more to the story of the Crystal Tower. And some of it may be of interest to people who will be doing the later DLCs, particularly shadowbringers. Others, may want to skip to the next time we cover the second actual part of the dungeon. But anyway, thanks for watching. Do apologize for the technical difficulties, but stay with us next week when we cover more of the story. And until then, take care. And we'll see you next time.